It is Hawks Live Gaming. I am Paul Gallant, and with me is a man who played 42 snaps Monday night against the Minnesota Vikings and was just mauling people. It's George Fant. George, what's up, bud?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. You ready to probably destroy me in NBA 2k?
Beat me, man.
Okay.
You might get me.
Is this trying to lull me into a false sense of security? Because it's almost working.
Nah, you got it.
Okay.
I get home?
I don't care. What do you want? You want to be home? Yeah, this is your house. So 3 randos, and then we pick a team?
We're going to go random.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm with that. That's how I play.
All right, number 1 for me is the Pelicans.
Detroit.
Number 2 for me is the Phoenix Suns. Ooh.
Chicago.
And number 3 for me is, please be a good team, the Orlando Magic. And you got the Rockets. Get out. We were just talking about this coming in. He's just going to bomb me with 3s. Okay. Okay. What were the 3 teams that I had again? Because now I'm just depressed.
You had Phoenix.
Phoenix.
You had
the Pelicans.
Pelicans. And you had Orlando.
All right. You know what? This is not going to go very well.
Yeah, I go with Phoenix, I feel like.
You think Phoenix? Okay. I'll go with
I don't know. Who else is?
I'm just going to go all Devin Booker.
Ricky Rubio. Hey, all right, man.
Yeah, okay. You have a little Ricky Rubio looking like Jon Snow out there. All right. I'm ready whenever you are. So basketball, that's your first passion?
Yes. Yes, man, it is. I mean, I still love it. You know, so I still like to watch it and play. So.
When did you start playing?
I started playing basketball like 7th grade, seriously. 7th grade, something like that.
What was your playing style?
7th grade, man, I was like, it was hilarious. I was like chubby paint guy, bro. Like couldn't do anything. Wasn't really skilled. But I was like 6 foot, something like that.
Okay.
So I was kind of tall in 7th grade. I was a little taller than 6 foot, probably.
When did you grow?
I hit my growth spurt going into my freshman year. Like my 8th grade. After 8th grade, I went from like 6'1" to like 6'4", 6'5", or something like that. So I was like 6'5" as a freshman.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I love how you're like talking about, I was only 6 feet tall going into, I was 4'11".
6'5" in basketball is like little, like.
Yeah, but you got to Western Kentucky and you're playing basketball and you're from Kentucky. What a ridiculous state in terms of college basketball.
In basketball in general, I mean, it's just like. I tell people all the time, like, there's not a lot of states that have 1 state championship. Like, there's only 1 state championship. There's no classes. It's like,
oh wow,
1 state, Sweet 16.
Did you guys get close to it?
Yeah, I've been twice. I went twice.
Twice?
Yeah, I went twice.
That's awesome.
Should have been more than that, but.
It should have been more than that.
Stuff happens.
So when you were growing up, were you Kentucky? Were you a Louisville fan? Is the state divided in 2 between those?
State.
Ohio State.
Yeah, man, I was a huge Ohio State fan, man. I wanted to go to Ohio State so bad. Thad Matta came to a couple of my games.
Okay.
AAU and stuff. I was trying to get an offer. Never happened. So I had everybody else besides them, I feel like. So.
You got Murray State there too. You got Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
And of course you got the 2 blue bloods.
Right.
Interesting. Okay, so you're trying to get to Ohio State. You go to Western Kentucky.
Yes.
You play basketball at Western Kentucky, and now you're in the NFL.
Right.
How did we get here?
Man, really, honestly, man, I had a friend who played for my college football team, and they were always telling me to try to come play football, and I was always turning them down.
Had you ever played before?
No, I played like in 7th grade, but it wasn't like anything too crazy.
Interesting.
Like I wasn't taking it too serious, I feel like.
Okay.
And then I came out one year. That was a funny story. I did 1 year where my senior year, I already signed to go play college basketball. And I went to one of my coaches, the new football coach in my high school was like, hey, come out, like just come out for one day, and if you don't like it, then, just give it up. So I came out there. I didn't tell my parents anything. I don't know who it was. My high school coach said it wasn't him, but somebody saw me, called my parents, and my mom literally drove her car on the football field and came and got me off the football field.
Oh, really?
Like, onto the field and put me off the field.
What did everyone? Did you get made fun of for that?
Yeah, everybody was laughing. Like it's one of the craziest stories. People still talk about it.
Oh wow, James Harden getting a steal. That's not a good sign.
I know, right? James Harden playing D.
This is the video games. You can make anyone really good in these ones at a certain spot. So you were at a Western Kentucky Pro Day, and this is how you got on the radar of all these
Right.
NFL teams. And you just played every position essentially.
Man, so I did every single position, I feel like, besides quarterback and receiver. But yeah, I'm like 295 or something like that. Doing linebacker drills, pretty much running back drill, everything. I was doing everything. And this shot. I was doing everything, and I ran a fast time, I feel like, for my size, and did everything like that, and it all worked out, man.
What position would you define yourself as right now? Because you play, you're tight end, you're listed as eligible every single time you go on the court, but you also can play tackle. Like, what position would you identify as? Is there a position that doesn't exist that you want to like create right now? Like, I am.
I don't know what I even call it.
You could come up with a name right now. How about
I
that?
don't know what it would be. Let me ask you, what would you call that? What would you call that position I play?
Mauler.
Mauler.
Do you like that?
I do, man.
And I mean, you were a huge part of that Monday night performance. Like, what does it mean when you guys go into the locker room and you run for 200 plus yards on the ground?
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, especially to have two backs like we do that can just, do so many different things. Like, you got Penny who can just, stretch the field and just run. Got some speed to him. He can lower his shoulder. Then you got Chris who just, he wants to contact. He wants to run through people and embarrass you. So it's like a 1-2 punch, man. And we got those two guys like that. It makes everything a lot easier for us.
Right, yeah, I can imagine it. I mean, they both seem to have a lot of power between them. Like, neither of them's really like a scat back. Like, both of those guys, you look at them and you could probably see either of them like getting 20 carries a game easily.
Exactly, anywhere, you know what I mean? But like I said, man, that's just testament to what we have here and the great job that John and Coach Carroll and them do with finding guys like that to come here and play.
Is it weird? You're one of the veterans now.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah,
I was just laughing and joking about that.
So right now, like, you've experienced a dramatic change in the locker room where, like, it's gone from all those Legion of Boom players to now the identity of the team. What is it? What is it centered around?
I don't even know what to say. I guess I would say we just our leaders, Russ and Bobby, and of course Dwayne. Those guys are leading. We don't. It's not kind of how it was. I mean, just being in the locker room with LOB and stuff like that. I mean, you could just feel it was them. It was theirs. But once they're, after they left, then right away, Bobby and Russ just kind of took over things, and Dwayne and we set a tempo. They set a tempo in the first meeting, just telling people exactly what we're doing. Everybody know your role, everybody know what we got to do, and let's go out here and get to work. So that's what we've been doing.
And 5 wins in a row.
Right.
Has there been a point this season where you feel like, all right, it's just really clicking for us? Devin Booker's just gonna keep bombing it up. He's on fire. This is literally my only offense right now. It's like, I'm going to try to shoot threes with Devin Booker. I'm just going to reveal my hand right now.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you asked me the question.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. We can get back to it.
I'm sorry, but yeah, man. I would just say, honestly, man, nobody's even really thinking about that. I mean, honestly, I didn't even really think about how many games we won in a row. We're just playing ball, man. We having fun. When you having fun, you don't even pay attention to that, man. You just out there balling and not taking anything serious, not taking anything too serious, just playing ball, man, and letting everything else take care of itself, man. You can't get too down on yourself over little things and stuff like that, man. So we playing some good teams and just trying to stay level in the game and let everything else take care of itself. That's all you can really do.
What's it like being in all these close games? Because they're all close games.
Man, you know what, man? Nobody's folded, man. Like, nobody's like, even like when some of those plays where, they go down and we might give up a score up on offense or something like that. Mm-hmm. No one panics. That's one thing I can say about this team, man. Nobody panics. They get back to it, man, and, get back on the field and we try to get the points back, man, and try to get ourselves back in the game.
Is there a reason that nobody panics? Is there what is it? Because I think
we got a lot of battle-tested guys, man, up front, of course, and also, Russ is huge. Russ and Bobby both, man. Dwayne, they're huge for us, man. They don't let anybody. when you look at your leaders and you see no panic or no worry in their eyes, man, it's big for the team. So,
I can imagine, and yeah, you guys have so many players like that, and 10-2, man. It's been a really impressive season thus far. So how do we get you the ball? I mean, you caught the pass against the Vikings last season. I was talking with some people because every time I see you get on the field, I get excited. And you were on the field so much on Monday. I was like, all right, so we're going to call this the Fant Cat. And how do we get you the ball?
At some point, man, it'll happen, hopefully. But I'm not, I ain't trying to rush it or anything like that. And just
I would love to see you rush it.
It'll happen. Like I said, it'll happen or something like that. And whenever it does, I'll be ready for the moment.
Okay.
And hopefully we can get a win with that one too. Hey, hopefully I can. How about this? Hopefully we do it in the Super Bowl.
That would be awesome.
Nothing better than catching the pass in Miami, right?
How about running the ball? Like, how about you become
out the backfield?
Yeah, you're the fridge. You don't want to do that? Why not?
I'm good.
You're good. You're bigger than everyone.
Let me get some space. You know what I mean? Rock and maneuver around. Hey, you come right downhill. Nah, but I don't care, man. Whatever I can do to help us win. That's what we need to win, and of course I'll do it for sure.
I'm sure, like when you're downfield blocking one of these defensive backs.
Yeah.
I mean, like they're bigger than me, but like if I'm in those shoes, I'm not feeling so bad.
No,
I might need to change my pants.
For sure, it's funny, man. It's even funnier like when sometimes they have me split out wide, like I'm like out wide, and the receiver, the DB's like, "What are you doing out here? Man? what are you doing out here?" But it's fun, man. Shotty and Pete, they make it fun. They line me up different places, and I get to do different things. So it's just fun to be utilized like that, man. For them to find a way to put me on the field somehow, some way, and just a blessing to be in this situation.
Yeah, and you're on this great team again, and I was curious now that you've been in the locker room for a while, like. I'm imagining it's not exactly like a sitcom where every single person's a character, but I imagine there are certain guys that you identify with certain things. So who would you say is the most serious, like the strong, silent type of the locker room?
Most serious, strong type of the locker room. Man, that's tough. Nobody really like that, honestly, I don't think.
Really? So everyone talks a little bit?
Yeah, everybody talks a little bit. I'm trying to think who that would be. I guess Bobby sometime. Bobby, he turns it on and off. He'll play around and joke around, but you also know when he's serious.
You mentioned jokes. Who's the funniest?
Not even trying, but Fluke, man, he's hilarious, bro. Comedy, pure comedy, man. He just some of the stuff he just says, and he's just a good dude. He's funny. Who else is really funny? I mean, you baking me. I can't let you make that one though.
I'm just going to keep on doing these terrible shots.
I am too, man. You see what kind of shot? Look at me.
We both have like
turnovers.
Yeah, this is essentially turned into like, hey, it's James Harden and Russ. Look at that, Kobe. So that's we got the class clown. Not the class clown. That's not a good way to say it. Who is the toughest person in the locker room?
DB.
Dwayne Brown.
As far as like nobody wants to mess with you, like, and then playing through like just playing through like just being nicked up or not even nicked up, man. Just being at his age, he's a little older, and he doesn't miss a lot, man. He really doesn't.
Yeah.
And just watching him take care of himself, and he's a tough dude, man. He's really good to have in the locker room.
Taylor Jacobs, who plays NBA2k on Hawks Live Gaming from time to time, he went up against Dwayne, and he said that Dwayne is
he's really good at this.
Is he the best?
No.
Who's the best?
I don't know who the best is.
Clowney was saying he's the best.
I can't say me because I haven't beat Dwayne.
Okay. Is that how it works? Everyone gets a chance to try to beat the king of the castle?
Nah, yeah, for sure. He's good. He's really good at this game.
What?
I haven't beat him yet though, and that frustrates me. I need to. But we've been playing my player a lot here lately, so I haven't had a chance to play him in a while. But I think I'm ready now.
Okay, so Dwayne Brown's the toughest. Who talks the most?
Me.
Me?
Me. Yeah.
You're the loudest guy in the locker room.
Bro, I'm like, and I do it, for another reason.
Why?
Like, that's how I keep myself going. Like if I don't talk to people or just talk or something like that, like I lose a lot of interest and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm like constantly talking, like constantly doing something, joking with somebody. I probably am the clown too. But
okay. Well, I like that.
I'm constantly doing something.
Do you talk trash during the game?
No, not unless somebody say anything to me. You say something to me, then I'll.
So you're a retaliator. Okay, I think that's always the best way to go.
Yeah, if you say something to me, then I'll definitely say something back. But no, I'm not the trash talking type.
Who's the best trash talker on the team?
The best trash talker.
Does anyone talk trash on the team?
Yeah, for sure. Bobby talks a lot of trash.
Bobby?
Yeah.
Interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that one.
Yeah, man, and he's but it's good stuff. You know, it's not like he ain't saying anything crazy about you, but you know, he'll let you know you trash. He'll let you know you trash for sure. He'll let you know you trash.
That's awesome. Okay, so clearly huge basketball fan. Who is your favorite NBA team?
The Lakers.
The Lakers?
I'm the Lakers.
Everyone's a Lakers
huge LeBron fan. Like I'm gonna travel wherever he goes. You know?
Okay,
like,
I feel you.
If we go to Phoenix next, I'm in Phoenix.
You would be Phoenix
I'm there. I'm there.
Even with Robert Sarver as the owner,
Man,
you would be
I'm
all in on
there.
that?
Hey man, LeBron there, I'm there.
So and I can understand why, because so you're an Ohio State guy. I'm guessing there's some Ohio.
Well, he's just the best of our generation, man. I think he's the best player. You know, honestly, I mean, it's hard to say, but it's hard to say who, like one or two, who's the best. But to me, he's the best player to ever play the game. You know, people like to argue and say Mike is.
Well, we're
But it's hard because it's my generation.
Yeah.
Like, he's the best of my generation.
How old
in
are you?
my eyes,
You're 27, right?
Yeah, I'm 28.
Oh, 28. Okay. I'm 30, and like I barely got to watch Michael Jordan play.
I think I'm 27. I don't know, man.
You don't know?
I didn't know. I don't think I celebrated my last birthday.
You didn't celebrate your last birthday?
No, I was traveling. I was something like that.
Oh. You gotta celebrate in some way. Is it in the middle of football? Oh, Rubio.
No,
Jesus.
it's in the summer. It's in the summer.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So what made you did you gravitate to LeBron right away?
No, I used to be a Dwight Howard fan.
A Dwight Howard
Huge
fan.
in Orlando.
Yeah.
What was that like? 11 or something like that, or when they went to the finals?
Yeah, I think it was 10.
10 or something like that. Yeah,
So
I was huge Dwight Howard fan, bro.
I can see. I mean, he's a massive dude. He's just pushing people around.
I tried to play like him when I was younger.
Yeah.
And all the other stuff, man. But
Did you have incredibly large shoulders?
Yeah, I have, always been like a bigger size guy, like just because of, I don't know, just genetics, I guess. But
Yeah.
I've always been a bigger size guy, man. But just on a basketball court, like you would look at me and be like, this guy is a football player.
Yeah.
I was like 240. I think the biggest I ever got to playing basketball was like 250 or something like that.
Wow. And then you bulk up. I mean, how hard was that to bulk up?
It wasn't that bad, actually.
Really? What did you do?
Yeah.
What was the key? What's the go-to food?
It was a lot of campus food, man. Because obviously I played that 1 year of football in my college. So like I was constantly eating, and then I didn't really eating. Honestly, it was just like lifting weights because I didn't really lift a lot of weights when I was in college basketball because I would get big too fast.
And does that like affect your ability to play? If you're like, does it make you like muscle bound like playing basketball? Like maybe your shot's not as good? Or?
Yeah, it messes up your shot, and then also it gets you like you just can't get up and down the court like you want to. Like you see how fast guys run up and down the court, so you can't. Yeah, so that was like my issue, and then once I started like really lifting weights and not really caring, about the size and just I was just trying to bulk up anyways, and it just kind of happened that fast.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So you were a Dwight Howard fan at first.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I was so depressed the year that Dwight Howard and the Magic made it to the finals. So I'm a Celtics fan.
Really?
I
Okay.
grew up a big Celtics fan. That was the year Kevin Garnett didn't play, and I was like, the Celtics had that. They had it that year. They were going to the ship. They were going to beat the Lakers, and then they didn't make it happen.
Well, yeah. I mean, that team was just good, man.
Whoops,
I
have no idea what I just did. Okay,
I don't know. I think you may. I was again.
Press the pause.
Yeah, man, it was a good team. Courtney Lee was like a guy that I grew up knowing. He went to my college, so right away when he got drafted to Orlando, like I was like, oh, I'm watching Orlando Magic. Then they got better and better, and it ended up being one of my favorite teams.
I can see why. And they had Rashard Lewis, and
That
they
team
had
was good. Hedo Turkoglu.
Yeah, they were and Jameer Nelson.
Jameer Nelson.
They were really good, like around Dwight. They had a bunch of guys that could all shoot.
And their superstar was Dwight, so
Yeah.
it just made it perfect.
Okay, so and you mentioned genetics a little bit ago. So you're married to an ex-college basketball player,
Right.
And you have two kids.
Yes.
Do you expect one of them to be a professional athlete? So
I think they're both gonna be professional.
They're both?
Without a doubt. Oh my God.
What
These dudes
sport?
are gonna be huge.
What sport do you think that they'll be playing?
I don't know. I'm trying to keep them away from football, but My oldest loves football so far right now, and my youngest likes baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
we'll see how it goes.
Listen, baseball is a sport I feel like.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with what he. Hopefully he doesn't get. I mean, I think he'd be really tall too. Like the way they're looking, like they're gonna be really, really tall.
Be a big, giant pitcher on the mound.
Yeah.
Or smashing dingers all over the place.
Whatever we can get them doing. But I'm obviously not gonna push it on them. It'll happen the way it should happen.
Yeah.
They'll fall in love with the sport, and it doesn't really matter where you start at. Obviously, I'm a testament to that. I never played football really. I hated football.
You hated it.
I hated it.
And look at you now. Now you're the Seattle Seahawks mauler, just wrecking dudes downfield and helping them run for all sorts of yards.
Yep, that's it, man.
We just need to get you the ball somehow.
Hey, somehow, somebody.
I'm telling you, you need to get a handoff. I want George the Refrigerator Fant to get a touchdown carry, just mashing through guys at the very end of a game.
That'd be fun, man.
He's George Fant. George, best of luck the rest of the way. Clearly, you are good at NBA2K. I would love to see you play against Dwayne Brown.
Hey, man, we might be able to make that happen.
I like it. All right. It's got to happen, Dwayne. Come on. Look at what he just did here. All right. This has been Hawks Live Gaming. Have a good evening, everybody.